How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. My name, of course, is System Z, and welcome to the Minecraft Let's Play, where we are going to be building a computer. Basically, I mean, if I'm being honest, this is going to be as difficult as building a computer. Probably harder, since I'm not a redstone genius. But today, we are basically going to be doing the redstone portion of the automated storage system. And it's going to be a scary task. And the first thing I wanted to do is just go ahead and get a little bit more raw beef there. Because as you can see, I don't really have much food, and I haven't been taking care of this thing that well, so I'm very, very low. And while I'm at it, I may as well go ahead and do the sheep as well. And of course, this gives us a reason to use the new automated smelting system, which I just love so much. Now, water did spill down there recently, so I really don't know if it still works. I'm a little scared, but I guess we'll see in a moment. Guys, I am going to be basically taking all of the items that we did in the last episode off of the wall, because after doing some testing in a creative world, oh, let's see if it works. It works! Awesome, cool. So that still is good to go. I realized that this is kind of positioned in a way that's not really going to work that easily. And a lot of people in the comments also let me know that my plan to use one single hopper and its 5 slots to sort 5 different items into one chest will not work. And that is, of course, because obviously the first slot of a hopper will always be the first one to be removed out of the hopper. So unfortunately, this is just going to have to be a really extended system that's probably going to be made a lot more complicated than it needs to be. But I have expanded the back base here, so we do have plenty of room to work, and hopefully we have about all we need. I've been getting logs like crazy. Actually had to craft a new axe just a moment ago. Luckily had some decent enchants and all that good stuff, but we are pretty much ready to go on this project. All we need to do now is actually craft the hoppers. And on that note, I've actually been AFKing quite a bit. So as you can see, we've got a lot more iron here. We're probably going to use all of this and still not even be done though. This is probably going to take quite a bit of iron, but we'll go ahead and start with what we got here and just see what we can craft. Oh man, I don't even know how much this is going to make. This is going to be absolutely insane. I'm not even going to be able to hold all of the iron here either. Oh geez, look at this, guys. I've never seen so much iron. This is the most I think I've ever had at one point. So, oh wait, nope, we got to do a chest first. How to craft Minecraft. How to play Minecraft. I don't know. Alright, so this is going to be our first stack of hoppers here, and as you can see, we've already used quite a bit. So, yeah, I'm really not going to, have nearly as much as I need here. I really need to make an automated tree system as well, and at the end of the day, termites would be an absolutely awesome feature for doing that. As you guys know, they might do that in 1.14, and if we actually do get that, who knows? Maybe they'll break logs and allow us to automate the system, but guys, we only have 3 stacks of hoppers. And a little bit more. Oh my goodness. Now, we've obviously got more iron here. We just need a lot more logs. Goodness gracious. I'm probably going to have to go do more tree chopping today. But this should be enough to get started at the very least. Don't want our fishing rod in there. Let's go ahead and put that back in there. So, oh, I actually just now realized too, we're going to need signs. Oh no, and I used all of it. Oh, great. Okay, well, I'm going to go get more logs, even though there's a little bit in here. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot more, because we do need signs for this. But let me go ahead and do that. Get a couple of things together. But guys, I hope you do enjoy the episode. If you do, make sure to leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing. My name is System Z, and let's get started. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we should be good to go now to get started. I've got roughly 4 stacks and 62 blocks of logs. Unfortunately, couldn't finish off the 5, but hey, that's fine. We should have everything we need to get started now. Now, I'll use those to craft signs here in a little bit. We don't really need them now. They're really only for labeling during the actual redstone portion. Now, what we need to decide is how to actually make the sorting runs for this system. Now, here's the thing. At the end of the line, no matter what, at the end of the line of hoppers, the ending hopper has to be the miscellaneous chest. Now what that means is this chest here, or shulker box I guess, needs to be the last option available. Otherwise, we're going to get an assortment of different items mixing up, and it's not going to be a good thing. So the way that we can do that is either A, we can just do a straight line all the way through, and do one group like this, and go straight line, and then the next group and do it under, but have the hoppers extending all the way over connecting to this side. Alternatively, what we can do is make a clean pass of the entire top row, all at the same time, go back around, go under with the same sorting system, and end over here with the miscellaneous chest. The only downside is, of course, we will be losing a spot on the blocks, but that should be fine, honestly. Now, on top of that, what we're going to need to do is make sure that the items are actually configured in a way that we don't have to change in the future. And I've been giving this a lot of thought, and what we need to do is go ahead and first take these off the wall. I know it's going to be difficult, but here's what we're going to do. Cobblestone, of course, it'll have its own. The way that's going to be done is right here. So we're going to start from here. This will be the first sorted item, and it's going to be cobblestone. Like I said, very simple. We don't have to have variation. The next one, however, will be dirt. Or actually, we'll do stone for that one to make it easy. That way we don't have to do any for that one as well. So that'll make the third one the difficult one. And for that, we're going to do dirt. But to save space, what I'm going to do for this one is do dirt, grass blocks, and coarse dirt. So we have to have 3 different hoppers checking for this individual line. So we can go ahead and get started on that, and from there you'll see what happens to the system after we do that, and why it's going to be a little bit more complicated to do it this way than any other way. Because what I'd like to do this episode is get at least one section done. We don't have to do it all, because I do want your feedback on this project. So consider this part 1. Now what I need to do now is go grab some coarse dirt and grass blocks and hopefully get everything situated, and we should be good to go. So let me do that, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alright, we should be ready to begin, and I cannot believe it, honestly. I cannot believe that we're actually about to get started on this project. This has been the main thing that I have planned up until this point, so I am very excited because this is the bread and butter of the observatory base, and it is going to be very exciting to see it all done. Now what we need to do now is go ahead and first probably create a crafting table. That'll probably make things a little bit easier. We're also going to need to make a couple of double chests, so let's go ahead and do that. And the reason why is because we are going to need to have a backlog for each system. So we're already going to use quite a bit of hoppers for this, but obviously this is definitely going to help in the long run. Double chest, and then hopefully now, oh, actually we should be good. So we're going to basically attach hoppers into these just as we would anything else, just like that, and then to these as well. But for these, we're going to go ahead and expand it down back by 1. And the reason why is because obviously if we have double chest under here, they will go down into it. Or actually maybe they wouldn't, but ultimately this is what I'm comfortable with, so we're going to do it this way. Now what we need to do is stack up and basically just do this system here. So we're going to have a double chest, another double chest, and so on. Now the reason why we're doing this, like I said, is to have a backlog, because obviously cobblestone is going to take a lot more space than, you know, other things, meaning we're going to need to make sure that this system doesn't get backed up with cobblestone before it even has a chance to sort anything else out. So the input for all of these will be into the double chest instead of anything else. So now that that's done, what we need to do is actually go ahead and make the first sorted system for cobblestone. I gotta admit, this is a bit nerve-wracking, but I think we can do it. Like I said, I've been planning for a while, so hopefully my tests have worked and that this will be a successful system. I don't really know any other way to do it, to be honest, but what we need to do is take this first hopper, and I'm going to put a sign above it, which I have yet to craft the sign. So it looks like we're making another crafting table. This one will be our portable one, and let's go ahead and make a quick sign. Boom. And the reason I want to do this is so that we can keep track of which hoppers are for which item. So for this one, like I said, we will be doing cobblestone. So I'm going to type cobble there, and what we need to do is go down by 1 and then another hopper as well. Let's go ahead and put our red wool down. This is going to be what I use for any block that has redstone, just so that way we don't ever break it on accident. We'll know exactly which blocks do contain redstone. Definitely recommend doing that because that's a very, very helpful system. Now, the issue here is that we need to make sure this is going in a certain direction, so it's going to face that way. Let's go ahead and take this dirt away, and now we are ready to go ahead and begin. So to do this, we're going to go 2 blocks out. I've already messed up, but that's fine. So 2 blocks out, 1 block down just like that, and of course lower down a little bit. Go ahead and do the same thing here and create this kind of weird pattern where it's a triangle and then 2 connected blocks. I don't really know what this looks like more than an arrow, so that will essentially allow us to do everything we need to do for the redstone. So underneath this block here, we're going to need to move over a little bit and move our portable crafting table, put a redstone torch, and we are all good to go. And then, of course, a redstone repeater here facing... Oh, not an arrow. Facing into that there, we are good to go. Now, I'm not going to show you guys me doing this over and over again. This is just how this system works. We now take a comparator, make it face the other way. That's a repeater, isn't it? Okay, come on. This is going to be a lot harder now that I think about it. Okay, let's move over a little bit and do that. Cool. We are all good to go. And now we just fill in the gaps with a little bit of redstone. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why does this work? Why does this sort the items? Well, we're not done yet. So what we need to do now is go ahead and do this. And, okay, that's definitely not working the way it was intended. Why? Oh, why? Oh, now I remember. Okay, so I've actually made this mistake quite a bit. So hopefully you guys will learn by this. So this hopper cannot be facing down. We actually have to get this hopper and directly feed it into the comparator like that. Oh, not like that, like that. That way the items don't default down into it. So that way this disabled one won't actually pick up any items. So the cobblestone should be back in there. So now what we need to do is go ahead and put cobblestone in there. And once you have a certain amount that is enough for the comparator to activate, you'll see that it'll slowly start to go down. So 18. Now if I add one more, it'll go down. So now we're back at 18. So if I go ahead and put cobblestone in here, this will basically take all of the cobblestone and output it into this hopper first. Nothing else will be able to go through the system. So anything else would pass through and go all the way down the line until it found the correct system. So obviously now, once we just hook it up, we will be good to go. And just like that, stone has been added to our system. As you can see, we've got the stone in the hopper there. So any stone that passes through will go through that particular hopper. And this is the basics of item sorting. If you copy this design, you can really do anything. This design is modular, like I said, so you can really go as far down as you'd like with it. As long as your hoppers are organized, it's very, very easy to do. It just takes a lot of work, but if we throw this stone in here, you'll see that it definitely chooses this line of hoppers to go through. So it's really got no trouble with sorting. It's just when you start mixing in other variants when the issues start to begin. So what we need to do now is go ahead and do this exact same process, but we need to make sure that dirt, coarse dirt, and grass all go into the same exact chest, which is going to be that third chest there. So I'm going to go ahead and start on that and try and show you guys an example of the way I'm going to do it. And you guys can let me know down in the comments if there's a better way. Alright, so I now have at least 3 more options attached. And we've got dirt, grass, and coarse dirt. So if we go ahead and stack up here, I'm going to show you exactly how I've done this. Now the system is the exact same as the other two. However, on the other side, it actually just feeds into the same exact hopper line. So we basically just skip 2 and directly feed them into the same line as dirt going into that third chest there. So if we go to the top, we should be able to put in cobblestone, stone, dirt, grass, and coarse dirt and see it organize into the first 3 top row of chests. This is the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. I really haven't even tested this yet, so this might actually be broken, but hopefully it works. So if we put a little bit of dirt, we'll just kind of divide it up here so we can do multiple runs to see if it works. We'll put some stone there, a little bit of grass, a little bit of coarse, a little bit more stone. I don't really have any cobblestone on me, but I'm sure we can grab some. And basically just run around and grab that really quickly. There we go. We'll go ahead and put that there. We should see all of this organize automatically on the third level there. So it should all go into the proper chest. Now, obviously, we don't have these properly labeled yet, but this first one is cobblestone. Of course, this one is stone. This one is dirt. And I actually already see some of it being added here. Now, this might already be here from previous tests, but we should see it. There's the cobblestone. So that's starting to come through. And like I said, we should see this all fill up here momentarily. So I'm going to give this a moment and see if it actually works. The moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have 32 cobblestone? Yes, we do. Do we have, I believe, about a stack? And yeah, 5 blocks of stone. I forgot to put more stone in there, as you can see. So that's good. Now, this one is the real test. Do we have 3 variants of blocks? And the answer is yes, we do. 41 of each, just as I put in there. So this system is effective. It does work. But I don't know if it's really the most efficient. And again, I'm not going to finish this whole system today. I need you guys to let me know if that is the effective way to do it down in the comments below. But I'm going to go ahead and make more progress here. The only issue is that we have things like wool and glass. And those are going to have a lot of different options available. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is only store the main block. So for wool, we're only going to store white wool, and for glass, only plain glass. The reason why is because we can easily craft those into the other colors. I don't feel like it's necessary to have that there, so we don't really need to work on that. The next thing I need to do is sand and gravel. We also need to do andesite, granite, or well, granite, and diorite, sandstone, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to start working on this system and try and get this first row finished. I'm only going to finish that today because everything else needs your feedback. So we will do that together once you guys give me your feedback on that. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get all of this first row done, and I'll see you guys once I've done that. Just soaking in the sea breeze. We have come quite a long way in these past few episodes. I feel like we're on like episode 12 right now, and it's just crazy. I mean, episode 1, we literally took a shipwreck and built this, and now we've got an island with an observatory, which is yet to be completed. I still have to do that telescope, but this is just crazy, guys. We're actually making really, really good progress, and very, very quick progress. I mean, honestly, the island project is going to be right around the corner. Not that this isn't an island project, but as you guys may know, my original goal is to take this entire island over here, terraform it, and actually build an entire story on it. So that's going to be very, very difficult, but that's right around the corner. So I really better get to planning. But guys, I've gotten the first row done, and I want to go ahead and test it. So I went ahead and grabbed a whole load of items from the shipwreck base, because that's where I used to store everything, and still kind of do. And I want to see if it works. Now, this is going to take quite some time to organize, but we've got quite a lot of items here. So I see cobblestone, diorite, granite. We should have some andesite. Doesn't look like it, actually. Some dirt, you know, stone and cobblestone. So, oh, even sand and sandstone. So we should be good here and see a good sorting system work in action. Now, like I said, it's going to take a little bit of time, but we can at least see how it works. I also remembered that I actually have more iron in my ender chest, so we actually do have enough to probably do a little bit more. But like I said, I'm going to wait for your feedback to see what you think. And just to show you guys exactly how I've done this, I do have hardened clay here on the end. We've got sand and sandstone here. Of course, andesite, granite, and diorite. We've got dirt here, and there it is. The dirt is sorting in. Honestly, that is such a beautiful sight to see. The fact that I can just put it all in one shulker box and it's ready to go is just magnificent. I cannot believe this system is working as well as it is. This is absolutely awesome. Now, like I said, it's going to be a little bit more complicated as we go further, but this system should work. Now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and wait a little bit longer and see if it all gets sorted properly with no issues. And there's the sand. Oh, man, this is just awesome. I love seeing this so much. All right, guys, I'll see you in just a second. All right, guys, I believe we are pretty much all good to go. I've given it a little bit of time, and if I open the chest, we've got a little bit of cobblestone, a little bit of stone, a lot of bit of dirt. We've got some andesite and granite and diorite, of course. Sand is going in just nicely, and I didn't have any more terracotta. So we are all good to go with what we have done, and as we go around the back here, you can see it's very messy. It's a complicated system. I don't know if this is the most efficient way to do this, so please let me know down in the comments below. I'd really, really appreciate your feedback here, and whether or not we should just continue to do it as we have for the top row, and then wrap down and do basically the same thing. As you can see, there's more space below to do one more row. We could do the exact same thing for that as well. Now, the only thing that's really yet to be determined is if we're going to have enough space, because obviously with things like wood, we're going to have 5 to 7 different variants, so that's going to take up a lot of space, but we do have quite a bit of space here in between for that and on the side, so hopefully we will be good. But guys, that is going to do it for today. I hope you have enjoyed. I do have a quick question for you before you go. Let me know if this series is the way that you found my YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments down below. That'd be very, very cool to know, and I'm very curious. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed. I cannot believe how far along we have come in a short amount of time. It seems like just yesterday we got started with this series, and we're already so far. It's so cool, and I look forward to the future projects that we work on. But guys, that's going to do it today. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And guys, my name has been System Z. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.